astonishing secrets of the New Rock Towers in Sardinia lay dormant for thousands of years, until a courageous scientist began to unveil their mysteries in the 19th century. Alberto La Marmora, an Italian geographer, set foot on the island and discovered something inexplicable. In his 1826 book Voyager Sardinia, the world first marveled at detailed drawings of these mysterious architectural structures. But the more La Marmora researched, the more he faced overwhelming questions. Who built these massive towers? Why do they exist? And what happened to the ancient civilization that created them? Let's continue exploring the untold secrets of these mysterious ancient structures. The New Rock Towers on the island of Sardinia, with approximately 7,000 towers built around 3,800 years ago. These towers are remnants of the Nuragic civilization, reflecting complex social organization and excellent construction techniques. Historians have documented them since the 16th century, but it wasn't until the 19th century that detailed studies were conducted. Growing interest in these structures throughout the 19th century opened a period of systematic research and preservation. The efforts of early scholars not only helped uncover the Nuragic civilization, but also illuminated the profound cultural and historical importance of the New Rock Towers and Sardinia's heritage. These ancient structures were not only fortresses or temples, but could also have been residential dwellings. Demonstrating the complex social organization and advanced construction techniques of the Nuragic civilization. The New Rock Towers were built during the Bronze Age, from approximately 1900 BC to 730 BC. And currently over 7,000 such architectural structures have been discovered throughout Sardinia. Characteristic of these towers is their conical design, often featuring a central tower and smaller towers connected by networks of walls and passages. The central tower typically contained one or more interior rooms, sometimes with stone staircases leading to upper floors. Each tower's design varies, with some being single towers and others being complex systems of multiple towers. One of the most prominent sites is New Rock di Barumini, excavated by archaeologist Giovanni Liliu in the 1950s. This site features a central tower approximately 18 meters high, equivalent to about 6 stories, surrounded by 4 smaller auxiliary towers, along with a large village containing houses and protected walls. In 1997, this archaeological site was recognized by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site, due to its historical importance and good state of preservation. The central tower with 3 floors of New Rock Losa is one of the most typical examples of Nuragic architecture. With thick stone walls and large rooms with skillfully constructed corbelled ceilings. The New Rock Towers were primarily built using basalt and limestone, quarried from the Sardinia region itself. These stones varied greatly in size and weight, with some weighing up to several tons. Particularly, the largest stones were typically placed at the foundation to enhance the tower's stability. The dry stone construction technique, meaning stones were fitted together without mortar, is evidence of the Nuragic people's skill and precision in construction techniques. These Nuragic structures are not only symbols of ancient construction technology, but also reflect the complexity of the culture and society of the Sardinian people at that time. Over time, these monuments have become an important part of the island's cultural heritage. And research efforts have helped restore and preserve an important part of human history. With such ancient structures, one cannot help but marvel at the sophistication and talent of ancient people. The mysteries of this civilization continue to attract much research and exploration to this day. Another impressive Nuragic structure is New Rock Santo Antine in Torralba, Sardinia. This is one of the largest and most prominent New Rock, with a central tower approximately 17 meters high surrounded by 3 smaller towers, all connected by a defensive wall. This structure not only demonstrates solid construction capabilities, but also reflects the strategic defensive ingenuity of the Nuragic people, showing they built not only structures for living but also strong fortresses to protect the community. In addition to the characteristic New Rock towers, the Nuragic civilization is also notable for other equally impressive structures, Like the Santa Cristina Well Temple in the Monte Carlo region, this is an underground temple with a special design featuring a trapezoidal entrance, stone steps leading down into a circular chamber. This well was built from limestone blocks meticulously cut to form a perfect circle, making this structure an engineering marvel of ancient construction. Interestingly, the well was constructed so that on special days of the year, like solstices or equinoxes, sunlight would penetrate the entrance and illuminate the water inside, creating a mystical light effect. Remarkably, even during the wettest seasons, this well always remains dry, demonstrating the Nuragic people's deep understanding of water management techniques. There is a theory that this well was not only used for water supply, but could also have been used as an astronomical tool, marking important events like harvest seasons or religious ceremonies. In addition to wells, the Nuragic civilization left us small bronze figurines, found in various locations. These figurines are detailed and depict animals as well as Nuragic deities. The diversity in these figurines, from warriors to symbolic animals like bulls, reflects the sophistication in art and the importance of these images in Nuragic beliefs and social life. These figurines may have been used in ancient rituals, possibly as votive offerings or ritual objects representing mythological stories. They are also symbols indicating that Nuragic society had a clear division of roles, with rich worship rituals for gods and goddesses. One of the most impressive features of the Nuragic civilization is the giant tombs. Giant tombs with impressive megalithic structures. These tombs have a stele at the center and are covered with giant stone slabs, with the entrance often built in a semicircular shape, creating a mysterious space. Corduvel is one of the largest and best preserved tombs. With a stele over 4 meters high and a large burial chamber, it could accommodate many individuals. These tombs were not only places of burial but also sites for community rituals, reflecting the Nuragic people's beliefs about death and the afterlife. These tombs were also constructed to align with important astronomical events, such as solstices or equinoxes, showing the Nuragic people's deep understanding of astronomy. The combination of burial rituals and astronomy in these tombs is reminiscent of other ancient burial sites around the world. Like the tombs at Newgrange, Ireland, integrating burial rituals with celestial phenomena was not just a custom of ancestor worship, but also an expression of the close connection between humans and the universe in Nuragic civilization. Therefore, these giant tombs were not only the final resting places for the deceased but also meaningful monuments, demonstrating a firm belief in a spiritual world and reverence for the wonders of nature. When studying a lost civilization, especially a great one like ancient Akkad, we face many challenges. This becomes much more complex and difficult if we do not have enough time to investigate and research thoroughly. However, if we can access and study over a longer time frame, the documents and evidence may become more abundant, helping us better understand the architectural works and culture of people from ancient times. One of the lesser-known but very notable civilizations is Kema, an ancient kingdom deep in Africa, in what is now South Sudan. This civilization is known for its massive architectural structures called defy, but their purpose and meaning remain a mystery not fully solved. Kema once competed with ancient Akkad and may have been one of the great civilizations that disappeared mysteriously, leaving only a few traces of survivors, who might have later migrated and reached Akkad. This civilization has a strong connection to the oldest artifacts we know of humans, and we can find some important traces from the past in this area. Kema is located near a branch of the Samno, now an area in South Sudan, and it is an important archaeological site. One of the most notable structures here is a large temple made of mud bricks, called Du. This structure dates from around 2500 to 1500 BCE, with a height of about 18 meters and a base measuring approximately 50 by 25 meters. The name Deu originates from the Nubian word for houses made of mud bricks, reflecting both the material and construction techniques of the ancients. This structure is impressive not only in scale but also in the sophistication of the construction techniques of the Kima civilization. Modern research on Kima began with Per Reiner, an archaeologist from Harvard University. He started studying the area in the 1910s, and his findings completely changed the perception of ancient Nubian civilization. Reiner discovered a vast urban center with burial grounds and countless artifacts. These findings indicate that Kima was not just a simple settlement but truly a large, thriving urban center, competing with contemporary Akkad cities in complexity and wealth. Following Reiner's work, in the 1970s, Swiss archaeologist Charles Bonnet expanded the excavation and research at Kima. His work provided additional important information, shedding more light on the culture and society of Kima. Bonnet discovered royal tombs decorated with valuable offerings such as ebony and ivory, showing the wealth and power of the Kima rulers. The residential areas here were also well organized, with separate zones for different social classes. This reflects a society with a tight structure and clear division among social groups. One of the intriguing discoveries is the existence of organized burial sites containing sacrificial objects, including humans. This hints at the complex spiritual beliefs of the Kima people. These practices may be related to ancestor worship or the deification of royal power. This is not much different from what we see in other ancient civilizations, such as the Aztecs, with their rich rituals and glorification of gods. The prosperity and development of Kima seem to have some relationship with ancient Egypt. And the story of the interaction between these two civilizations is worth exploring. It may be that this relationship is a key factor in helping us better understand the origins and development of other great cultures in the region. Although both Kima and Egypt developed in the Nile River Valley area, they had clear differences in architectural style and social structure. Ancient Egypt stood out with massive architectural works, especially the giant stone pyramids, reflecting a society with a clear hierarchical structure and the important role of gods. In contrast, Kima had a different approach, using mud bricks as the main material to build great structures. This reflects a society that could be more equal and community-oriented, with organization that is not as rigid and power-divided as in Egypt. This difference is further highlighted by the building materials and techniques. Although both civilizations achieved impressive feats in architectural durability and complexity, but the use of mud bricks in Kima makes these structures particularly special. One of Kima's representative structures is Deu, a massive structure made of mud bricks, with an estimated height of about 18 meters and a length of approximately 50 meters. Especially, the preservation of Deu is an astonishing feat considering the perishable nature of mud brick material, particularly in an erosion-prone environment like this area. It can be seen that Deu's structure is not only remarkable in size but also very impressive in construction technique. The people of Kima used river mud mixed with straw to create bricks, then dried them in the sun to form sturdy walls. These walls not only provided stability for the building but also enhanced the structure's defensive capabilities. Inside Deu, the architecture is divided into 3 main platforms, each serving different functions. The first platform could be used for public ceremonies or large gatherings, the second platform for administrative activities, while the top platform might have been reserved for the upper class of Kima society. This shows a clear hierarchy within the very structure of the building, even though their society might not have been as strictly stratified as Akkad. The strategic position of Deu might also be related to astronomical purposes, such as marking solstices or equinoxes, features common in ancient architectural structures worldwide. On the summer solstice, the sun rises in the east, but on the winter solstice, it appears in the south of the area. This shows that the people of Kima were not only concerned with physical factors but also placed great importance on spiritual and astronomical elements in construction. The DEU structure is not merely an architectural work, but also the cultural, political, and religious center of Kima. Its tall presence can be seen from very far away, not only as a symbol of the power and rule of Kima's leaders, but also potentially helping to guide travelers along the Nin River. All of this shows that Kima, despite having significant social and architectural differences compared to Akkad, had a highly creative and complex civilization, reflecting sophistication in their understanding of astronomy, religion, and social activities. The structure of DEU, like other great architectural works of ancient civilizations, might have been built with the purpose of performing important rituals. These rituals not only aim to ensure the fertility of the land, but also to protect the prosperity of the community, demonstrating the close connection between spiritual life and the leadership of the people. Compared to the architectural works of ancient Mesopotamia, such as Sikrulak, the large religious temples, DEU has a prominent feature of combining different functions, from defense and administration to rituals. This shows harmony in the social organizations of the Nubian people, different from Mesopotamia, where religious and administrative structures were typically clearly separated. When looking at the architectural works of ancient Nubia, we can see a more profound approach to constructing public buildings. Not just a religious structure, it also played an important role in the administrative and military activities of Nubian society. These functions combined in one space, creating a surprising unity and efficiency. This shows that although different from other societies in the region, the Nubians developed a very characteristic building method, reflecting a complex and well-organized social structure. Moving from Nubia, we come to a completely different landscape in West Africa, where the mysterious stone circles of the Sambian people attract attention. These sites are distributed in the northwestern Sagan area and central Gambia, extending over a vast area covering approximately 78,000 square kilometers. These stone circles are composed of stone pillars with diameters from 1 to 2 meters, arranged in concentric circles or double circles, creating an impressive image in the stone landscape. These circles were first discovered by European travelers in the mid-19th century, but it wasn't until the 20th century that archaeological investigations officially began to study them. One of the important researchers in documenting and preserving these sites was Gambian historian Uyuyatanchel. His work in the mid-20th century laid the foundation for more detailed studies of the stone circles, making them important subjects of research in archaeology. These studies clarified the dating as well as the cultural significance of the stone circles, confirming that they were not just simple constructions but evidence of an advanced society with the ability to organize and coordinate the construction of large-scale works. The discovery of the stone circles also changed our perception of ancient West African society, showing they had a complex social organization and developed culture from very early times. Excavations have confirmed that these circles were primarily used as aerial sites, with many human remains found at the centers of the circles, accompanied by numerous valuable artifacts such as tools and jewelry made of iron as well as pottery. This discovery not only shows belief in the afterlife but also highlights ritual practices of offering goods to the deceased, demonstrating the cultural and spiritual depth of the societies that built them. With humanity's long history of about 130,000 years, of which only the recent 13,000 years are recorded according to archaeological doctrine, there are still many unsolved mysteries. Places like the Gambian stone circles may be part of a larger story, a part that no one has truly understood so far. Nevertheless, the exploration and preservation of these sites continue to help us understand more about the past and can inspire future generations. Moving to the Southeast Asian region, we encounter another interesting archaeological structure, Yambadan, a large and mysterious megalithic site deep in the mountains of West Java, Indonesia. This is one of the oldest architectural structures, with a controversial age and many unsolved mysteries. The rooms beneath the giant stone steps and the age estimates of this structure challenge what we know about human history. These sites not only raise interesting questions about the past but also enrich the story of ancient human civilizations. Gunung Badan, a famous archaeological site in Indonesia, remains one of the world's great mysteries. Located on a mountain in the city of Chanet about 48 kilometers southwest and the capital Jakarta about 145 kilometers away. Gunung Badan has long attracted the attention of researchers. However, it wasn't until modern archaeological methods developed that this site was thoroughly studied. Gunung Badan first impressed the international community during the Dutch colonial period in Indonesia. Dutch historians and archaeologists in the early 20th century began documenting the large stones here arranged in complex patterns. But research work remained very limited. It wasn't until the late 20th century, when archaeological institutions in Indonesia increasingly developed, that Gunung Badan began receiving more attention. In the 1970s and 1980s, preliminary surveys were conducted. However, these studies mainly remained superficial, not delving into excavation and thorough understanding of the site's structure. By 2010, when Dr. Danny Hilman Nadawijaya, a geologist from the Indonesian Institute of Sciences, began taking interest in Gunung Badan, research work made significant progress. He paid particular attention to the unique geological structure of the area, opening a new direction for surveys. Under Dr. Nadawijaya's direction, modern technologies like seismic tomography and ground-penetrating radar were used to survey deeper into the ground. Radiocarbon dating techniques also helped researchers better understand the soil layers here, revealing previously undiscovered features. In 2011 and 2012, radiocarbon dating tests on soil layers at Gunung Badan showed that surface layers dated from about 500 to 1,500 years ago. This aligns with the age of many other megalithic sites in Southeast Asia. However, in 2013, deeper studies shocked by indicating that subsurface rock layers at Gunung Badan might date from at least 9,000 BC and possibly up to 20,000 BC. These findings completely changed what we know about the history of the region and humans in Southeast Asia. If these estimates are accurate, they would prove that advanced societies capable of complex construction existed in Southeast Asia long before we imagined. In 2014, new discoveries continued to illuminate the complexity of this site when researchers found potential artificial structures beneath the surface and special carved lines in the mountain, adding more layers of mystery to this puzzle. These discoveries not only challenge current hypotheses about the history of civilizations in Southeast Asia but also stir heated debate in the global archaeological community. If what the studies indicate is true, Gunung Badan could be evidence of an advanced civilization capable of constructing great works thousands of years ago, something we previously couldn't imagine. The investigation of Gunung Badan is not just an ordinary archaeological survey. It's a journey that opens up big questions about human development and the unsolved mysteries of the past. These findings not only change how we view human history but also open a new door to exploring unknown ancient civilizations, challenging the limits we once set for our understanding of the past. Gunung Badan not only attracts researchers' attention but also awakens deep national pride in this country. The Indonesian government has begun paying more attention to archaeological research, aiming to discover and better understand the ancient historical parts of the country. With increasing support from authorities, studies at Gunung Badan continue to yield amazing discoveries, opening new aspects in understanding prehistoric societies and the complex construction techniques of our ancestors. Gunning is located on a hilltop and spreads over a fairly large area, about 836,000 square meters. This is one of the most important and largest megalithic complexes in Southeast Asia, notable for its rectangular andesite volcanic stones, known for their high hardness. These stones are not only arranged into giant terraces but also tell the story of many periods and different construction techniques through these stone layers. The stones at Gunning vary greatly in size, with some weighing several tons, while the largest is about 7 meters long and weighs over 40 tons. Moving and arranging these heavy stone blocks into terraces was not easy, requiring sophisticated technical knowledge along with tools like levers, wooden rollers, and possibly human or animal power for transportation. Additionally, the walls built from these stones served not only aesthetic purposes but also functional ones, helping create a structure capable of withstanding harsh weather conditions. Researchers have used radiocarbon dating techniques to study soil layers at Gunning, and results show that surface soil layers in this area date from about 500 to 1500 BC. However, it's the deeper stone layers that truly sparked curiosity in the archaeological community. Studies using advanced imaging technology show that beneath the surface there may be even older structures, possibly dating up to 20,000 BC. This has led many to hypothesize that Gunning was not merely a residential site or ceremonial center but might also have astronomical purposes. Some researchers believe that the arrangement of stones here, along with the orientation of the terraces, might align with astronomical phenomena, such as solstices and equinoxes, important events in solar and lunar cycles. This recalls other famous megalithic sites like Stonehenge in England, which is believed to have astronomical relevance. If this hypothesis is correct, Gunning might have been an ancient observatory helping prehistoric communities track celestial phenomena, thereby serving their agricultural and religious activities. The stones at Gunning not only hold architectural value but also have a profound cosmic significance, similar to how other ancient monuments worldwide reflect our ancestors' understanding of astronomy. This only further enriches our understanding of ancient civilizations in Southeast Asia, showing that this region might have had remarkably developed cultures long before we ever thought. Discovering Gunning is not just a study of history and culture but also a journey to understand the mysteries of the past, where the builders of these structures left a strong imprint of their knowledge, techniques, and cosmic vision. Subsequent studies promise to bring us closer to new understandings of an ancient civilization that might have achieved accomplishments we couldn't imagine during that period. In recent geophysical surveys, researchers have discovered large underground ruins, opening up intriguing and mysterious discoveries. These rooms could be ancient burial sites or storage spaces for important artifacts, representing construction phases from long ago, hidden beneath more recent soil layers. This discovery not only shows that Gunning has a much larger area than what is typically seen on the surface, but also reveals that this site may be far more complex and mysterious than we imagined. The debate about the age of Gunning is becoming increasingly lively. Some researchers, relying on indirect dating methods such as sediment layer analysis and geological formation, suggest this site could be up to 22,000 years old. If these estimates prove accurate, they would completely overturn traditional timelines of human civilization and technological development. This could make Gunning one of the most important sites for studying prehistoric human society. Additionally, there are theories suggesting that the carvings and inscriptions discovered at Gunning might indicate cultural connections between this place and ancient civilizations in distant regions. Although these theories have not been proven, they still open up the possibility that Gunning could have connections with civilizations in Africa. or the Indian subcontinent. This suggests a prehistoric world with much tighter and broader connections than we previously thought. An interesting comparison can be drawn between Buonambadan and Nan Madol, an ancient ruin on the island of Pohnpei in the western Pacific, dubbed the Venice of the Pacific. Nan Madol also has interconnected ruins linked by canals, and the structures here were built using large basalt blocks. Very similar to the giant stones at Buonambadan, both sites demonstrate exceptional skill in assembling and transporting stones in challenging environments. This not only highlights the architectural talent of ancient civilizations but may also suggest cultural exchange and technological knowledge among civilizations in distant regions of the world. These comparisons not only emphasize the advancement in construction techniques of ancient peoples, but also open up deeper insights into their capabilities and cultural influence. It suggests that the builders of Buonambadan might have had connections or even exchanges with other civilizations in faraway places. This enriches our understanding of ancient cultures and how they interacted with each other.